Hello, welcome to the Noyal Center Guide for Tackling That Test. This 3-part series is built to help you prepare for your test or exam. This video is part 2 of 3 where we will share tips and tricks on how to best study for your upcoming test. This is the outline for the video today. If possible or given, complete any test or exam prep given specifically by the professor. The study guide your professor provides will be your best bet on what will most likely be on the test your professor administers. They will give you problems that are similar to the ones that will be on the test. For example, in a math class, the practice problem could look something like this: y equals 3x plus 4. Then on your test, when you're facing this problem, y equals 4x minus 7, you'll be able to see the similarities and approach it in a similar way. Make flashcards or utilize flashcard-based study apps. Apps like Quizlet, Anki, or Check Prep are flashcard-based study apps that come with many pre-made decks for classes similar to what you may be taking. If you want something more specific to your class, try making your own digital deck or use index cards to make them physically. In order to get the best study out of flashcards, mix both pictures and words. Humans tend to have a better image memory than just purely words. Use mnemonic devices to create mental connections. For example, use an image of a pie to remember pie. Only write one question per card. Do not overload a card with too much information. Keep it focused on one fact at a time. Break complex concepts into multiple questions or cards. Say your answers out loud when studying. Study your flashcards in both directions. Practice going forwards and backwards so you increase your chances of at least remembering one. Flashcards aren't the only way to study. Another way to study is to break down the concepts into your own words or paraphrase. The highest level of understanding something is the ability to explain it to someone else, and that someone else can be you. Take complex history lessons or odd math equations and break it down into words that you're familiar with and would be able to use to explain the concepts. Remember to keep important details, but since it's your notes, it's okay if it gets a little weird. It's for your eyes only. As you work through your questions, you may face a very difficult problem. Try the 15-minute rule. The rule states that you should only work on a single problem for a max of 15 minutes. It follows: brainstorm for 3 minutes, attempt it once for 3 minutes, look at notes or similar problems for 3 minutes, then attempt it again for another 6 minutes. If you cannot figure out the problem by the end of 15 minutes, mark it for review and come back to it at the end of your study session. After review, if the problem is still causing you trouble, discuss it with another person. This person can be a classmate, professor, or a Noyal Center tutor who can offer another perspective on how to solve the problem. When studying, although it is tempting to sit and stare at a computer for 6 hours straight to absorb all the information, that is not really effective. You will burn yourself out quickly if you do not pace yourself properly. A method we recommend is called the Pomodoro Method, named after inventor Francesco Cirillo, who developed this technique based on his tomato-shaped kitchen timer. The way it works is that you set a timer and work focused for 25 minutes, take a break for 3 to 5 minutes, then go back to work again. After 4 work periods, take a 15 to 30-minute break. During your breaks, resist looking at screens. Take a moment to stretch, hydrate, eat snacks, and meditate. Place your feet on the ground, sit up straight, and breathe deeply until you feel relaxed. These are the tips we recommend for when you're studying. As a quick review, complete any test or exam prep given specifically by the professor. Make flashcards or utilize flashcard-based study apps. Write explanations in your own words. Try the 15-minute rule, and pace yourself properly. Click the link to the next and last video in this test prep series, How to Approach Problems When Test Taking.